Just wanted to explain a little bit about layers in Visio because they can be a little bit confusing. I have got a simple page here which has got 4 shapes on it, and actually there is more than 4. There is a container shape around this page as well. But let's just concentrate on these 4 here. Now I've got 3 different layers being used for these shapes. I've called them layer 1, 2 and 3. So this particular shape here is assigned to all of those layers. If I go to assign layer, we can see it's assigned to layer 1, 2 and 3. Whereas the others are just assigned to 1 layer each, or a single layer each. So if I open up the Drawing Explorer window and we look at the shapes here, we've got the blue square is on layer 3, the green square is on layer 2, grey square is on 3 layers, and the red square is on a layer called layer 1. Simple. Okay, so in Visio what you get is a layer properties dialog, and in this layer properties dialog we have a simple ability to switch the visibility of, let's say, layers 1 and 2 off, and if we apply that we can see that they are now invisible. Well, they may be invisible, but they are not unprintable. This other column here, print, we normally keep this in sequence. Let's say we'd have 1 printed at the same time as being visible. Otherwise you can end up with this situation, whereas if I go now to File, Print, we can see that all of those layers are visible, not just the layer 3. And in fact you can see that the shape that's on layer 1, 2 and 3 is still visible. So that can be very confusing, to be able to have things which are invisible yet printable, and the reverse is also true. So if I go to my layer properties, for example, and I switch off the visibility of layer 3, I leave on the visibility of layer 3, but I switch off the printability of it, then when I go into File, Print, we can see that that is now gone, and we can see the effect that it has. So Visio layering can be quite confusing to people. It's also quite difficult to manipulate it using this layer properties dialog. I just want to show you some of the other effects. I'll switch on the 1, 2 and 3, and let's say I change the color of them to be all grey, apply, and you can see they're all grey. But if I change 1 to be, let's say, layer 1 to be red, and apply that, you can now see that layer 1 is red. 2 and 3 still appear to be grey, but the shape that is on all 3 layers is still black around the edge. In fact, it's having no moderated colour applied to it. So if I now go to a layer 3 and I change that to blue, and let's say layer 2, and change that to green and apply, we can now see that 1, 2 and 3 are showing us different colours, but the shape that has all 3 layers is still not showing any of those, because Visio has to, well, can only show the colour and or the other equivalent settings if it is the same for all of the layers that it's assigned to. Okay, so that's some of the problems with layers, and some of the other things that you saw in that setting there is what is active, i.e. what is being automatically assigned when you draw a new shape, for example, or drop some shapes that's not being assigned to any layers. Lock means I won't be able to select anything. Snap will be able to actually make the shapes appear to snap to each other, or glue is when they actually can stick to each other. Okay, so those are some of the issues with layers.